We do want to welcome in Dr. Carole Lieberman, medical doctor, forensic psychiatrist, and author, extensive experience in providing expert witness testimony for murder trials. Dr. Lieberman, thanks so much for being on the show again.
Thank you. Good to be back.
And Doctor, you've been tracking what we are hearing from Kohberger's attorney, that on the one hand, Kohberger apparently looking forward to being exonerated, to proving his innocence. Are you tracking any potential movement towards not guilty by reason of insanity or the equivalent in Idaho? And how do those things pair up?
Well, yes, it does seem to be very contradictory because on the one hand, there's some bravado in that. I'm not going to fight extradition because I want to get back and prove to everybody I'm not guilty. But on the other hand, and perhaps it's more the attorney who's suggesting this, that because the attorney, his public defender, said that he wants him to be psychologically tested to see, presumably it's to see whether he's competent to stand trial or not. That would be the first foray, the first way to try to protect your client, to see if you could get a psychiatrist to say that he's not fit to stand trial. And then if that doesn't work, then you would try to go for something like not guilty by reason of insanity.
Given that Bryan Kohberger studied criminology and the mind of a criminal so extensively, in undergrad, that master's, working towards a PhD, are you puzzled by why this crime would be so messy, so bloody, and so prone to leaving DNA behind? Why would someone who knows so much about this commit a crime in this way?
Well, it's so interesting. First of all, the more you find out about him, it's just, he's really fascinating, and the trial hasn't even started. But I think that his fascination with psychology first, in undergrad, and then criminology, and as a master's and a PhD student and all that, I think that a lot of that was to try to understand himself, as well as to try to commit the perfect crime. I think he's been struggling with some of these violent impulses that he has. For example, we know that he has this obsessive compulsive attitude towards food, that he's not just vegan, but he doesn't want to have anything that has been in a pot or on a plate that has touched meat. And that tells me that he might be scared that he could actually engage in cannibalism after killing somebody. So, I think that the reason why it was still so bloody, with all his knowledge, was because his rage. And again, that I think that, and I still think, the more we find out that he's an incel, and that this was incel rage against women, because of his history with women, starting in high school, well, at least starting in high school, where the girls would be bullying him and throwing things at him.
As we are watching items be removed from his apartment, given what we know about the crime and the nature of the crime, would the Idaho killer, the person behind this, be the type to keep trophies from the victims?
Mm-hmm. He might, yes. But what the most fascinating thing that we learned recently is that we know now through cell phones that he was stalking them, that he was stalking the four of them, particularly Kaylee, and she had told her father that she had a stalker. There was also a man who runs a store who was told either by Kaylee herself or by one of the other four students, and so we see that this is true. There's really just so much to unravel. But the thing that concerns me most, in terms of, and I know, he's allegedly this horrible person, but I think I don't think that they should have taken him off suicide watch. I've read some reports that they've taken him off suicide watch, and I think that is still a possibility, that, even with all this bravado, that really, if he starts to think that things are looking bad for him, I think suicide is a very likely option.
Dr. Carole Lieberman, appreciate your time. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.